Hello viewers, welcome to our Doctor Who themed YouTube channel, Who Ventures, and I have another classic Who review of Delta and the Bannermen. Now, this is a season 24 story starring the 7th Doctor and the companion is Mal. Now, that's the cover, yes. So, I made notes this time. I made notes up until about the middle of the second part, which is when my cat came in and decided he wanted a wrestling match and to just claw me all over. So I just ended up and he sat on my notes, so I just had to watch it then. So I shall read the plot. Now first of all, I've reversed all this, but it's all coming out all different order. First of all, I assume the best way to watch classic Who and follow the story is to watch it from the very first one and just follow it through in order. But a lot of fans, and especially ones who've only seen New Who, will probably just either be recommended or by classic Who fans, or will just cherry pick the ones that they find most interesting. Now, I've wanted to watch Delta and the Bannermen for quite a while because the lady who plays Ray, Sarah Griffiths, I used to watch her presenting a lot on QVC, and I found out she was in a Doctor Who episode, and I wanted to know which one it was, and I found out it was Delta and the Bannermen, so that's why I wanted to watch this episode. So I actually got round to watching it, and I just sat there like, huh? It just did not make any sense at all because I was watching it completely out of context. Now, I don't know whether if I would have watched it in context following the series it would have made any more sense than it did. But the actual plot in my guide actually is starting to explain things a bit. So I shall read out the plot for you. It is a spoiler, so if you haven't seen this episode, you might want to just stop it here and go and watch it, and come back, or fast forward a little bit. So, plot. I don't know how to say that. There's a Chimeran queen called Delta. The last surviving member of her race is being pursued by the evil Gavrok and his Bannermen, intent on a mission of genocide. Delta finds herself on board a space bus of tourists en route to Earth when it is knocked off course by an American satellite and ends up at a Welsh holiday camp in 1959. The Doctor and Mal, having won a holiday with the tourists, help Delta to evade the rampaging Bannermen long enough to allow her child to hatch from its egg and grow to maturity. She, her daughter, and a young man named Billy, who sacrifices his humanity to be with her, then escape to start a new life and ensure the continuation of the Chimeran race. Chimeran is spelt Chimeron. So, let's start with my notes. There's just the start bit. I didn't really, well, the best bit, look at my guidebook. I forgot what that, but the best bit was this, when we start off with everybody loading onto the space bus, and there's a bit where the alien has to disguise himself as a human or something, and he sees alien form, and he's just brilliant. It's like, he's all green, and just people washing and bubble wrap, and that's how I started with laughter. Now, I was this in 87, I would have been 7, and the gold, we had total gold for kids' tally in them days. I was watching was Dungeons and Dragons, Willy Fogg, who I absolutely adored, because he's lovely, and Thundercats, Ninja Turtles, obviously. I don't know the exact dates when these were on, but that was the gold I was watching and enjoying. I don't think I ever watched I knew Sylvester McCoy was around my sort of consciousness, but I didn't actually watch a Doctor Who episode. Now, the title sequence and especially the end credit sequence looked a lot to me like somebody had got a brand new computer. It's like, oh, what's that do? Oh, let's put some of that on. Oh, what's that do? Let's put a load. Oh, let's put chuck a load of that on. Make that do that. It's like, oh, what? Just New Who. You've got proper nice, good, clean title sequence on the tune. And this is just the first time I've seen the title sequences for this point in Doctor Who properly. Well, first of all, all pretty purple stuff. And then I watched the credits one on each part. It's like, there's just mad stuff coming all out. It's just too much. It's just a word I use is there's no cohesiveness. And this also applies to the musical soundtrack of the story. It's like we go from like rock and roll, and then like they'll just be walking, just random noise, and then we had chase music. It's like just I think they put those big chases in just for an excuse to put chase music on, because the musical soundtrack didn't. It's just bits of music just popped up out of nowhere. Anyway, I should be doing this in order, but my brain doesn't work like that. Now, this mostly confused me because I couldn't tell who was meant to be alien and who was meant to be human, because the humans were so just apathetic or just non-reacting to the fact there's aliens. Now, the holodeck person is called Burton, which I think is probably a nod to the Billy Butlins. Now, if I got on a bus, we're going on holiday camp, and I got off bus to that holiday camp, yeah, that has got to be the most shaggiest holiday camp ever. Considering Butlins in the 50s, that's the big time for when they had the holiday camps. They had all the bathing beauty competitions around the pool and knobbly knees and stuff and everything. That's gonna be like, what? Because I went to Butlins when I was 9, and it was darn sight better than that, because I remember going on the bus to Butlins, and that was my obsession with Chesney Hawkes phase. So I was sat on the bus thinking I was ever so cool, singing Chesney Hawkes, his one hit. And then we got to Butlins, got a chalet. First thing we did, put the stereo on, crank up Chesney Hawkes. That was the coolest thing ever. But yeah, it was a darn sight nicer than this holiday camp on in this story. It's like, and that in the 50s was meant to be when it was like really at its peak, when it started and everybody's excited for holiday camps. And I just thought, so. To be fair, Mal does look proper unimpressed at it, probably. And her room, the room, like, looks like a prison.